So it's the year 2025 and the mainstream media seems to still they just can't help themselves but to attack weed and attack weed more than they would ever attacked alcohol, smoking, like tobacco, etc. It's in the year 2025, we're still doing this thing like weed is a hard drug and like some kind of boogeyman scary taboo thing. And that just blows my mind because by every metric, by everything you can measure, by everything you can study, weed is infinitely safer for you, others around you, your body, public health, public well-being, whatever, than alcohol, than tobacco. But especially alcohol, because I guess even though they're not really comparable in terms of just which one is better and which one is a literal poison, but that's normally the comparison you get. And I this is like beating a dead horse at this point, but I always say people aren't dying every day, ever, actually, due to THC consumption. You can't consume THC, no matter how high the concentration, fast enough to kill you. Alcohol, on the other hand, is a literal poison that people die from every single day. People don't go and smoke a joint and then beat their wife, or smoke a joint and then drive down the wrong side of the highway, killing a family of 4. This stuff just doesn't really happen at all, at all. But here we are. We still have articles like this that drop that we are going to go over. So without further ado, let's go ahead and read this article from the AP, which is come on, man. The AP is not perfect, but they are up there and probably one of I don't know, personal outlets that I subscribe to and like their articles and their style and their neutrality. I normally prefer AP, but yeah, they really dropped the ball here. This isn't the first time that they've let me down, but hey, it's like a mainstream media. What can you say? And at the end of the day, they are always going to lean more towards the boomer establishment. Look who wrote this article, Laura Unger. Who the fuck are you? What do you even know about weed? Come on. All right. Here's this ridiculous article. More people are addicted to marijuana, but fewer of them are seeking help, experts say. Excuse you? What the fuck do you mean addicted to marijuana? And what do you mean seeking help? You should be looking at this as a good thing. Being addicted to marijuana is infinitely better than being addicted to alcohol, being addicted to smoking cigarettes. Studies show that a lot of people quit smoking cigarettes or quit drinking alcohol or quit a wide variety of actual harmful substances to smoke weed. And if you want to perceive that as addiction or whatever, what? It's okay. It's just so dumb, man. It's so stupid. Megan Feller smoked pot several times a day and couldn't eat, sleep, or function without it. But at that time, she didn't see the need to reach out for help. Oh my God. Okay. I don't want to hear a single story about a single person. Oh my God. This doesn't mean anything. Yes, there's always going to be that one freak for literally everything. What you're going to describe here is what happens infinitely more common and big number more times is alcohol. But I didn't think cannabis was a big deal, the 24-year-old said. It was really socially accepted. As it should be. This attitude is common. Oh no. As more states legalize marijuana, use has become more normalized and products have become more potent. Okay, but who cares how potent they are? This isn't like alcohol where if you have it, too concentrated and too much like alcohol, too pure alcohol, it'll kill you because it's a poison. Weed does, oh God, it doesn't matter how potent it is. Like the THCOs, the THCP, which describe themselves as like dozens or 3 to 12 times more potent than just normal Delta 9 THC, they're not going to hurt you. They're not going to kill you. you you could take dabs of the most concentrated, most synthetically concentrated weed out there, THC out there, and it's not going to kill you. Oh my God, I hate this. Become more potent. Oh no. But fewer of those who are addicted seek help for it. Pot use among young adults reached historic levels in recent years. Again, I would say that's a good thing because a lot of these people are no longer getting into alcoholism or smoking, two things that are across the board. And weed, again, weed is a huge reason for that. Daily use even outpaced daily drinking. Okay? With nearly 18 million Americans reporting in 2022 that they use marijuana every day or nearly every day, up from less than 1 million 3 decades earlier. That's a good thing. They literally just said, like, it's outpacing daily drinking. That is good. That is good. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Studies show a corresponding increase in cannabis use disorder when people crave marijuana and spend lots of time using it, even though it causes problems at home, school, work, or in relationships. It's a condition that researchers estimate affects about 3 in 10 pot users and can be mild, moderate, or severe. 3 in 10 pot users, even if it 3 in every 10 pot smokers isn't that much if you're considering like all cases. Oh my God. Like, come on, you're cherry picking like for everything. There's gonna be that person. All right, why can't you use me an example? Like, with the logic they're using, I can just turn around and write an article that says 7 out of 10 pot users are completely fine, and me, the Baker Report, who is 27. Once you get past like 21, I don't know how the fuck old I am. 27, and he has a full-time job. He's been uploading to YouTube almost every day for a year now. He owns his own house. He's actually in the middle of buying a second house, and he smokes weed 24/7. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but like, as someone who has cannabis use disorder by these people's standards, I'm doing quite well for myself. Okay, thank you. Like, Jesus Christ. And it's an addiction, despite the common misconception that that's not possible with marijuana, said Dr. Smith Bass, an addiction psychiatrist at Stanford University. Meanwhile, the drug's widespread acceptance has fueled a stigma about seeking treatment, said Dr. Jennifer Zoe of the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation in Minnesota. There's this pervasive belief that you can't become addicted. It can't actually be a problem, she said. It has to do with this myth that cannabis is safe, natural, and benign. Are you trying to say cannabis is not safe? Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, it has medical uses. This shit is prescribed by doctors now. Like, what are you talking about? In legal states, of course, medicinally. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Stronger weed, bigger problems. While pot isn't as harmful as harder drugs, frequent or heavy use has been linked to problems with learning, memory, and attention, as well as chronic nausea, vomiting, and lung problems among those who smoke it. Okay, well, can we compare this with pot with alcohol? Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a whataboutist here, but like, you can't be writing these scathing articles about weed and like how bad it is that it's like in the same breath, like implying that drinking alcohol is better. Like, you say weed outpacing, like daily weed use outpacing daily alcohol use, like it's a negative. I'm sorry, but like, you've lost your damn mind. Some evidence is also linked to earlier onset of psychosis in people with genetic risk factors for psychotic disorders like schizophrenia. I'm sure alcohol does too. Okay. No more whataboutisms for now. And today's pot is not the same of the past. Many people recall older relatives who smoked a few doobies and ate some food and fell asleep, but it's absolutely different. In the 1960s, most pot people smoked contained less than 5% THC, the ingredient that causes a high ingredient. Sorry. Today, the THC potency in cannabis flower and concentrates sold in dispensaries can reach 40% or more, according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse. Yeah, okay. Like it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you. Teens are often vaping potent marijuana concentrates, Exo said, rather than eating brownies made with cannabis flower or taking a hit from a bong. More access to marijuana, rising ER visits. Pot is also an increasingly available, though it's still a federal crime to possess it. 24 states allow it recreational use by adults, and 40 allow medical use as of late June. The National Conference of State Legislators said dispensaries abound and more people are able to keep pot at home. Research links the legalization of recreational marijuana with rising emergency room visits for acute cannabis intoxication, in which patients may experience a rapid heartbeat or feel dizzy, paranoid, or confused or paranoid. What? Like, okay, I know what they're talking about, and I don't even know if they explicitly mention it. They're talking about CHS, a cannabinoid, like, oh God, how do you say that word? Hypermesis, or oh my God, I feel like such a fucking idiot. It's been so long since I've thought about this, but CHS, look it up. I was diagnosed with that actually. I changed some things around in my diet and some like other medication I was taking, and I think I've gotten over it, knock on wood, but like, yeah, I know what they're talking about here. And again, I can only think of 2 cases where people actually died from that. And again, it wasn't from the THC itself. It was from like the results of being sick, like dehydration and stuff like that. But again, this is so few and far in between that it gets that bad. And like there's no like long-term damage or anything. Like the treatment is to simply just stop consuming cannabis. Like it isn't with alcohol. Like what? Here I go again. Like with alcohol, where it you know, poisons you and destroys like your liver and shit. Let's see. A study last year focused on Michigan found that legalization was associated with an immediate increase in the rate of ER visits for this condition among people of all ages. Like they're using like, what is that? It's CHS. You're making it sound so much more scarier than it is. Like it sucks. Don't get me wrong, but like Jesus Christ. Okay, I don't care. Why treatment is often overlooked. Feller tried pot at 16 and quickly went from smoking the plant to using vape cartridges that were easy to hide in her pocket. Soon, she could barely get by without it. I would wake up every morning for years and until I smoked weed, I would throw up, she said. Instead of trying to get high, she used it to make these other symptoms go away. Feller was also drinking a lot, and her parents sent her to a treatment center when she was around 18. It didn't help because she wasn't ready to get well. After her mother died, her substance use worsened. At 22, Feller entered Hazelden on her own, but only to get sober from alcohol, which she did. She kept using pot on and off and finally sought treatment for cannabis use disorder and has been sober from marijuana for almost a year. I'm so much happier now, she said. I don't feel like I'm shackled to a substance. I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't mean to sound like I don't want to. I can't read this anymore, man. It's so fucking annoying. Oh, excuse me. It's my lungs. My lungs are destroyed from so much weed use and whatever they said. I don't mean to sound like crass or rude here, but like this sounds like a you problem. Again, you can't cherry pick stories like this to pretend like it's the norm. Like stories specifically like this are very rare, and this is like very Republican like with how they're presenting this. They're cherry picking these stories and these statistics to paint a very bleak and dangerous picture about marijuana. And when that's just not true. It's like when Republicans, for example, and yeah, I'm gonna tie this around immigration. It's like when Republicans in their outlets cherry pick stories of an immigrant committing a crime or killing someone, and then blowing up the news cycle over that story, and they'll cherry pick some details here and there, so out of context study here or whatever. When every actual report and study in the world on U.S. immigration shows that U.S. immigrants into the U.S. commit of any status commit significantly less crime than natural born citizens. And that's illegal, legal, whatever. It doesn't matter what the status is. Immigrants commit so much less crime than U.S. citizens. And somehow Republicans convinced over half the country that by just cherry picking these stories and just blatantly lying, like saying they eat cats and dogs and shit, to make people think that's like, oh, wait, immigrants are a big danger and there is a gang invasion. Like, it's like, this shit is so annoying. And to see it coming from the AP, which is like more of a center outlet like that, I try to, like, normally I view them as not extremely biased to the point where they write pieces like this, you know what I mean? Like, this is just stupid. Like, this is the dumbest thing I've read in a while. But here we are. That's all I got. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.